Dave Mercer.
I'm Matt Pangrac.
Welcome to The Cull, a weekly sport fishing debate show. And this week we have another one brought to us by the viewers of The Cull.
Ooh.
People would like to see it where all baits used on top level tournaments are commercially available. So no prototypes, no stuff that's being worked on, commercially available baits. That's all you can fish for at the top level of tournament fishing. Keep our cull, Panger.
Cull. That's how innovation starts. That's how new baits are designed. That's how the chatterbait came about. So the Alabama, that's how every single bait came about. It did its start as a commercially available bait, especially back in the old days. Like even now, things that, hey, this is a new bait that is commercially available. Now, how do you have guys that fish with prototypes? How do you move the sport forward, innovate the sport? I get the point. I get it. Hey, if you're promoting it, it'd be great for the companies that everything that they're seeing, you could go on the internet, you could go to your local tackle retailer and you could pick it up right then. It'd be awesome if it was like that. But that would take the fun out of this sport. That would take the mystery. That would take all sorts of awesome stuff that we watch fishing for that once every 5 years where we go, huh? Or look at the classic coming up, Dave. There's going to be all sorts of non-commercially available flat side balsa square bills. And that's going to make some local guy a lot of money. It's going to be a mystery and intrigue to have baits that they can't get their hands on. I get it. I understand it. But sometimes you just got to use something that you can't buy off the shelf.
I'm right there with you. I am a hard cull on this because you no more Gussie staying up all night tying marabou, like things like all of these things that have happened over the years. I mean, that is where the innovation comes from. That is what, honestly, that I don't think tournament pros get enough credit for. I mean, they literally designed the industry. There's YouTubers out there that sell a lot of product, but where do you think 70-80% of the designs come from? It's either a collaboration with a company where you've got the company person working with a pro, but that is what they do. I mean, that is the biggest part of tournament fishing to me. I mean, that's why you become a tournament fisherman, because if you just fun fish your whole life, you never push yourself to try different techniques, to adjust, to be better, to fish in different situations because you don't have that pressure on you. So I think I am totally a hard cull here. And I really think, I mean, maybe I'm going out on the limb here, but I think that this is a disturbing trend that you see. Like everybody wants to point fingers at pros and be like, well, they only catch them because of their electronics. They only catch them because they got baits I don't have. At some point, someone in the industry or all of us as fans of the industry have to look and be like, man, these guys are good. They're better than, you know what I mean? Like people will watch a golfer and be like, well, they're just better than me. But in fishing, for whatever reason, they're like, well, they get baits that nobody uses and they get this advantage and that advantage. Man, they work their ass off for those advantages. And to think about taking that away, I am straight up a hard call.
Think about this. How many club tournaments across Canada and the United States are guys fishing with things that they designed in their garage? Our little local baits. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten in the boat with an old timer back in the day. And I say, what are you using? And he goes, something you can't get. And that's part of the joy of it, is going in and in a sport with so many uncontrollable variables and so many different scenarios that come out, to be able to have the skill and the desire and the ability to create something that is slightly different or that is completely different. I think that's part of the game that we've created and part of the game. Ray Scott, when it started, had a limit on the number of rods and the weight of the tackle that you could have at the Bassmaster Classic. He didn't have a limit on what those lures could be. And I think that is intentional.
It's what you take. I'm very rarely do I talk about fly fishing, but it's the one part of fly fishing where I'm like, that's super cool that most of the fish you catch is actually on something that you sat over a vise and tied together, and it's different than anybody else. I mean, everyone's had that feeling at some point of well, there's boats here, but I'm doing something different. I've figured out something different, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. And on top of that, once again, who the hell's going to patrol that? Like,
yeah,
how,
it's
like,
impossible to.
let
What's
me
a
see your
tweak? Like,
baits.
how do you determine what if you're tweaking something or sanding the bill on something or changing the color or a slight variation on something? Is that a custom, non-commercially available bait now? I mean, would Timmy Horton have been able to throw the fat-free shad with the shaved lip, or would they have said, hey, no, that's a custom bait that you can't buy off the shelf? I mean, dude, like, think of that. I made so much money in his career.
Casey Ashley's dad wouldn't have been able to make him a bait. Like, how cool is that story?
Yeah,
when you
awesome.
think about it, like,
win a classic on a bag of baits, not a sandwich bag.
Yeah, and my dad was part of me winning the classic. Like, it was truly a family thing. None of that happens with this weird little rule. So I am 100% hard. Cull, Panger, I think you're the same.
Same page. Cull.
Well, let's see if the viewers agree with us this week. Let us know. Keep our cull.